our destination. So you see this right here, how the GPS is all set up. All right, so we're gonna get our route. I'm gonna see y'all at the location. All right, so let's go. And when first thing I see is it's got like a full camera for full 3D perspective viewing. You can see everything around me. I can see like the car right next to me. I can see the cars behind me. You see everything, like, and it's completely simple to drive. It's not difficult at all. It's a little bit different than other cars, but I'll say like, damn, whoa. So as soon as you start accelerating, you feel the seatbelt tug you a little bit. Now that's cool right there. That's a cool feature. So I'm using the GPS for the car itself.
Turn right at the stop sign and then turn into the 2nd Street on the left.
You hear it talking right there. Now, inside the cabin, it's pretty quiet. You know, it's got a nice leather steering wheel. Drives pretty smooth. Other than that, really can't complain. I mean, I personally have never driven an M3, so I'll say that it's definitely a privilege to be able to drive the 2023. I just check out my video on the 2022 BMW M3 competition. Now this is the 2023.
Turn left.
Now we're gonna just go straight to driving first. Now in the other ones, I've looked at, you know, look at the interior. The other one, looked at the interior, didn't even drive, but this one, I'm driving it today. And it's got the heads-up display, looking really clean right there. It's got some decent acceleration. I got an Audi turbocharged 4-cylinder Audi. It's tuned up variant, similar to like an S3, but mine is an A3 and it's tuned to be a little more powerful than the S3. And just comparatively, you know, I think this is a V6 twin turbo and mine is a 4-cylinder single turbo engine. And just driving this compared to the other one, like, it's like ridiculous. This one got my attention before the other one did, and I think it's because of this interior with this blue and yellow stitching. I want to give a big shout out to Lappin Motor Company down here in Scottsdale, Arizona. If you're looking for a car, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the top coolest dealerships I've ever dealt with. And it's not like I got 1 million subscribers or something, so that speaks volume. Let's see what this car can do. Now, we're not gonna go crazy. Obviously, this is someone else's car, but, you know, feeling what it's like to drive. I mean, I've driven high-performance Teslas, so I know what it's like to drive a performance car. It's not like I've never been in a new car. I'm always renting new cars all the time for, like, road trips, you know, going on a Turo or this or that or whatever.
Bear right and then bear left.
So we gotta turn right here. Let's see how the handling is. I'm curious about this. Some good handling. Like, the handling on this is like, it's really premium. Switched up my seat, made it a little more comfortable, and you can sit back, and it's good because the seat has good cushion, so it's like got a good back support. It makes you feel nice and comfortable. That's what I like, you know. Look at these seats, man. M3, man, I'm telling you, this is the cleanest seats. I mean, like, granted, the other one, the 2022 Performance, had like carbon fiber on the back of the seat, which was nice, but this one, this Alcantara, like suede, man, these seats are nice and they feel good too. The other ones felt good too, but these ones, they're just, I mean, they're just better. That creative edge about them, like, oh man, you can't. The daringness that BMW did with doing that with this car, like, man. And if you didn't see, this car has big, I believe, 6-piston Brembo brakes, and I can really, I can really feel it. Like, I don't have Brembo brakes on my small Audi. I got a small little A3, you know, it's performance tuned, so I feel like it's cool. It's got more power than a stock S3, you know, so that's a big deal. That was a big deal for me. You know, but it's lightweight and it feels like it has really good performing brakes, but it's mostly due because it has a small chassis. That this one's more like a full-size chassis, and it has the Brembo brakes. And let me tell you, the performance on the stopping on this car is like phenomenal. You can really feel those brakes. I love all the technology that goes into this car. Like, it's ridiculous. You can see BMW, Audi, and Mercedes are like some of the ones that they try the envelope. That's why, you know, their best ones are going to be the M ones. Now the other ones, they're a little bit cheaper, so you don't get all their best stuff. But the M ones, you get like the best stuff. BMW, Mercedes, BMW puts all the money in M, Mercedes puts all the money in AMG, Audi puts all their money into the Rs, you know, the RSs. So that's where you get the best performing engine, the best reliability, the best handling. As you're gonna have the best of what they offer. Like, it's so good that BMW doesn't even build their own engines. They outsource the engine to the M performance team, you know. All right, so I'm just gonna get on it like a little bit. Right now I'm in 7th, so I'm gonna use the paddle shifters. I got it down in 4th and 40. It's got some pretty good acceleration. I mean, it drives pretty smooth too. Man, I like it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and try to downplay it like it's not dope. Like, it's not absolutely a dope car, you know. I like the way how it feels nice and stable. It's definitely a stable feeling car. All right, do you see the heads-up display right there? In the video it's flickering, but in real life it doesn't flicker like that. All right, so I arrived and I look at the back of how it shows me within the lines. Whoo! Look at that, it's clean. Shift that back down to D. So it's an N right there. The shifter is a little hard to understand. You gotta basically like shift over. Like, you gotta like follow the pattern. You see how like there, back to neutral, up to reverse. You hold it over, reverse. Kind of like they're trying to make it a manual transmission. Put it back in neutral. Put the e-brake on. And I actually made a mistake of putting this into neutral with the emergency brake. You gotta put this little P button, otherwise it's not park. You can't just use parking brake, you gotta push the P. Let's look at the outside of this thing. This thing is so damn clean. So here's the keys, BMW M3, and here we are. Like, look at this spot. Woo! Isn't this view more fitting for this car? Damn. Gotta get on the shade side. It's that videography. Now you see it right here. Front to back. I've already done the other one, the 2022, and this is 2023, and the only thing that's different is the dash. And for this one, it's got the dope interior, like that nice interior. Let me show you in case you didn't see it while I was driving. Because let me tell you, these seats are clean in here. Like, look at these things. Oh my days. Oh my days. These seats are clean right here. As you see, the traditional M3, and this car is doused in carbon fiber. One thing I love about this, you just walk up to it or step away from it and the doors automatically are gonna lock. So you're like a little clip. These are big 6-piston calipers right there. These are some big calipers right there. Got the big old drilled rotors. That's gonna help keep the brakes cool, because when you got a big full-size vehicle like this, when you're putting that power down from the twin turbo V6 engine, you gotta be able to stop it. It's easy to go. You gotta be able to stop. I know a lot of people don't like the kidney grill, but y'all tripping. Y'all need to get out of that old way of thinking, because everything around you is gonna change. Everything. They probably gonna change the color of the pavement in the future. You can't be too set in stone on certain things. You gotta be flexible. And let me tell you, there's worse things you could complain about besides that. Look at this thing. I'm telling you, man, this is the cleanest thing ever. Now, if you look at it, it's still got that same look as the other M3 competition. And you see the cameras, got one camera right there, the sensors there. Getting a close look at it, you can see inside the grille and everything. These vents actually do work. BMW got that nice detailed headlights. See right there? I guess that's the laser protection right there. That's to protect your eyes from the lasers. I'm joking. It's got gloss black everywhere. Gloss black wheels. Got the camera on the side there, on the side view mirror. Nice gloss black side skirts, nice big wheels. This one comes with 275s, 35s in the front with the big piston Brembo brakes. And then it's got some 285s in the back with some big brakes. These ones aren't the Brembo ones, but it's still, you know, it's enough. It's the rear. You don't need the big huge piston brakes in the back, because all the stopping force needs to come from the front. That's where the weight is at. But still, the rotors, you see them? Drilled. Something that's real special about BMWs, the M's, carbon fiber roof. Carbon fiber roof, that's really special. You like that. Now, some people they may be stuck on having a moonroof or a sunroof, but the benefit of that is you get a lower center of gravity. You know, so it's gonna be lower handling base. You're gonna be able to handle better. It's gonna keep the weight low instead of having like a big old piece of glass and motors and stuff weight up top. I mean, you want the weight down low. That's why electric cars are like naturally good handlers, kind of, because they stay planted because they got that low center of gravity. You see it's got that nice spoiler right there. Now look at this back. The back of these M3s is dope. Opposed to the old M3s, these ones, I love how this LED light right here is sticking out right there. That's sexy right there. I like how it's got that on both sides. I remember the old M3 didn't used to be like that, so that's the way that they're making themselves stand apart, you know, like making the new ones new, you know, changing the grill, you know. That's cool with me. I don't care what nobody says. It's dope to me. V6 twin turbo. There we go, that natural unlocking. Now I'm gonna hit this 2 times. 2 times you pop the hood right there. All right, nice. Look at the interior. We're gonna get back to that. Just because I gotta show off the engine real quick. Now look, there's no lever you gotta pull with the new BMW M3. All you gotta do is just pull up, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Now you just help it up the rest of the way, but there's no lever. There's no lever you gotta pull. There's no lever is what I'm saying. It unclicks, that's why you pull it 2 times, and it comes up. Twin turbo V6. You can't really see much. It's not as cool as, not as pretty looking as having like a supercharger or something, like how like a Hellcat is or something. It'd be cool if there was like a little button to close this. I'm starting to get spoiled. I'm starting to get used to them buttons. But it's hood now, man. I gotta say, this paint, I know paint is usually always smooth, but this, I don't know what it is. BMW, they just did it. This is smooth. It feels smooth. You can feel how new it is. So like I said, this is the BMW M3. We're gonna look at the interior for a second, but I wanna make sure y'all appreciate this exterior, because this exterior is different from the old one, the way it used to be. Woo! Cushy, bouncy seats, they feel good. It's got nice perforated seats, and there's actually like some kind of bounce right here. Like this right here is like, it's like spring loaded or something, because you can really feel the support right here on your back, and feels good. Oh, BMW M, take me away, take me away. If I was 6'8" or 6'10", would I be able to fit in here? Like, I mean, you only got like, what, another 4, 5, 6 inches? So if I was any taller than like 6'6" or something, your legs are gonna start having to crunch like this. The taller you are, the more you're gonna be like this. But if you're 6 feet tall, you definitely got no problem at all. Obviously, no problem. I'm gonna leave to see how it is. Now come look how it looks to sit behind me. Oh man, I gotta remember to put the seat up a little bit. Jeez, I barely fit in here. Even if I had to sit directly behind myself, I could do it. I mean, if we going in the M3, I'm like, shoot, I'll sit in the back, cool. Hey, I'll make it work. You better not start tripping about no minimal stuff when it comes time to get in a ride in one of these guys. Let's see what it's like to sit inside here. Now, this is pretty nice. I've noticed there's like a little thing right, woo, that automatically goes out. That's cool. So I hate it when you got the ones where it's electric and it's so slow. This one's like, it just comes right out, bam, quick. That's what I'm talking about. Performance oriented. Like, you gotta, that thing needs to come out quick. You can't be taking all day. Pretty standard on the door as well. It's got the Harman Kardon speaker system inside though. And something I like about this, it's something I've noticed in Cadillacs as well. A lot of carbon fiber, and they putting that real carbon fiber too. They putting that real stuff in there too, and that's that quality dolly stuff. Quality. Look at it. You can literally see the texture of the individual fibers. Now look at that. I know you see that. That's quality right there. You must see that. Come over here. You'll notice that the button layout, it's all like that touch kind of button. And these screens they're pretty clean. You know, relatively quality, high definition levels. You see all these little things up here are pushable. You can push all of them. You see that? You can push something on everything. So the volume right there, microphone, a checker flag. I told you where you was at. Go home. Like, no, I want to go home. You got music. Let's go back. Phone. See? Pretty much similar. Just very, very simple to use. Simple and easy to use. Nice. I like this this curved screen we got right here. It's actually 2 screens. One screen right here, and then the other screen starts about right there, and you can see, you kind of can see the 2 screens, the separation, you know, between the screen like that. But I say the biggest highlight in this car it's got to be these seats for sure. You got the wireless charger right here, USB, a little 12-volt thing. Whoop, there you go, get your stuff in there. 2 cup holders, put your sodas in there. They're not heated or cool, you know, but they are got the pressure spring on them to keep your cup nice and stable for whatever size. I've already said how it's got the buttons that are touch buttons, and I like how it's got the push to start down here opposed to having push to start up there like you see on a lot of other cars. All this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Now, what I've said before on the shifter, basically your starting point is the plus symbol, right? And so when you're going into drive, you have to push this down and go over, you know, like that. So you go like that to sport, drive. You can go up, down to shift gears, you know, go back over here, go to reverse, you know. When the engine's completely off, so it doesn't do anything, but you can still shift around. That's cool. Because my car, you cannot move it around when the car is off at all. You can't do that. But this car you can, so you can. It's okay to let your kid get in and actually pretend to drive around, right? Yeah, that's what you get. Now, let's look at the steering wheel. You got special M modes. You got one customization over here, the other customization over here, and you got the paddle shifters. You got paddle shifters on the left and right. It looks like they got carbon fiber with a little red cutout, a little plus symbol cutout. Steering wheel is pretty clean. You got the buttons right here, all your self-explanatory buttons, nothing too crazy. But I will note that you got carbon fiber going all around here, all around there, and that's dope right there. Another favorite thing about this is the seatbelts. I like how they add that little extra detail, you know, BMW. One of my favorite details obviously is going to be the seats, you know, the perforated seats. These are probably the coolest thing in here. One more thing I want to show. I just want to show the back because I didn't show this before. But if you sit in the back, you do have 2 USB-C ports as well as everything else, you know, that's standard. I just want to show that there's 2 USB-C ports down here. But other than that, there's nothing else in the back here. It drives real nice. It drives pretty structurally. I'm not saying it's the fastest car I've ever driven or anything, but for what you get, you know, a nice BMW, like you right off the lot, factory performance, it's good. But this being the all-wheel drive version, I like the way it handles, especially since the car I already have is already all-wheel drive. I can appreciate that. Now that I've already done like a little intro test drive, let's see if we can have a little more fun with this car. Stay tuned. So there's one more thing. I'm gonna start this up real quick so y'all can hear the engine yourselves. Let's get back on the road. Woo! Hear that thing start back up. Sounds nice too. I'm setting up the GPS right now. Oh, I didn't know you could just switch from different mode. You go to telephone, personal sensors, check out your tires, everything. Like, can you see that? Do you see that? I need to make sure you see that. New BMW, it's got all the stuff. Sorry, I had to take that off and show y'all. Look at this. For all your little stuff, man. You can add widgets. They call them widgets. So you add a widget. Traffic conditions, engine, tires, assistance, telephone, media, radio, comfort, and we're back to GPS. So they went all the way with the V6 on this one. I don't care if it's a V6. You can say what you want. It's not real performance. You gotta have that V8, man. I'm telling you, this is 2020. It's the year 2022, and this is the 2023. So this car is ahead of what we got going right now, man. I'm telling you, like, man, this acceleration on this car is no joke. You can use the paddle shifters. This is Slay Edge Media. I hope you guys have been enjoying the video. Like, this is the 2023 BMW M3 competition. All right, let's get a complete understanding here. All right, catch you guys on the next one. Peace. All right, I hope you guys all really enjoyed the video. This is Slay Edge Media, and this was the 2023 BMW M3 competition. When it comes to the brand new BMW, it's all about precision. So that means precision in your performance, precision in your technology. So if you like the video, give me a big like. I appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. And go ahead and subscribe too, because I know you like the video if you made it this far. Make sure you leave a comment too. All right, so after watching the footage, I see that one of my clips where I was able to, I put it into the in performance mode where you see on the steering wheel, it's got those little red switches. I pushed M2, which is like one of the performance modes, like the real M mode. And I don't know what happened. That scene didn't get recorded, but that was a scene where you was able to really hear that performance, like, but it's okay. Missed that one. But it's okay because if you stay tuned and subscribe, you're gonna be able to see me do more on the next video. It's all a learning process, right? But yeah, putting it in the M mode, this unleashes like the full power potential of the BMW. In my video, I was talking about, I compared it to my Audi. After putting it in that M performance mode, the little red ticker right there, changes the whole game. I'm telling you, like it. What? Oh man, I was going crazy after watching that, man. I could not believe it. Like, man, I can't. Oh man, like it's hard to describe, but that power really comes alive when you put it in the M modes.